Good evening and welcome to Feel Good Talk, Mind, Body, Soul, and Business. I'm your host, Charles Brakely, along with my special guest. He's a motivational speaker, coach of encouragement, and CEO of Save the Seed Incorporated, my man, JL Williams. What's going on, JL?
Yo, man, what's up, man? We in the building. Man,
Yes,
I'm really excited about this interview because anytime we get a moment or opportunities to really share, some encouragement to help to empower, impact, and transform people's lives, that's when I'm at my best. I'm in my sweet spot when I can really come off like that and help make people's lives just a little bit better because I showed up.
Hey, man, you got me already. I'm all hyped up. I'm ready to do some push-ups. I'm ready to, you got me motivated right now. So,
hey, man, we gonna get it.
Thanks for coming on.
When I looked at when I seen the Feel Good Talk Radio,
okay,
that is a prophetic proclamation of one of the prophets of old called James Brown. James Brown said, "I feel good," and you know what? I'm gonna tell you, man, we have what we say. And we have to, if we want to possess something, we got to confess something.
Right.
So we got to say, yeah, I feel good this morning. And then the expectation of that proclamation begins to take residence in the atmosphere, right? And then you make your way clear. And so in the morning, let me tell you something, man. Chuck, this is what I do in the morning. I do my confessions. I'm getting up in the morning. I'm listening to, my gospel. I'm getting my praise on. I'm doing all that. But I always say the quality of my life is conceived by my thoughts. Composed by my choices, confirmed by my words, and constructed day to day by my actions.
Wow.
Do you hear what I'm saying? The quality of my life is conceived by what I'm thinking. What's on your mind? What you thinking about? Right? What's going on up here? And you have to get that kind of perspective of life because we only have a short period of time on this place called Earth. And so we have to renew our minds, upgrade our thinking because God wants to change our status.
Right.
Hey, we can't stay the same.
That's right.
Man, listen, listen, you called the right man for the job. I'm excited about this moment. This opportunity is, I heard, a motivational speaker, talk about the strength of time in the minute. and I believe it was Willie Jolly. He said, "I have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it, forced upon me, can't refuse it, didn't seek it, didn't choose it, but it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, give account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but an eternity is in it. And if you don't seize the opportunity and seize the moment, time is so fleeting, and so you have to maximize the time that you find yourself in." Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying?
Hey, brother, hey, look, I'm ready to sit back and let you go ahead and take. I'm like, hey, don't need to be asking you nothing. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I'm saying? This is J.L. Williams show. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the motivation takeover, baby. We gonna get it in today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, listen, before I get started, man, I have a sponsor called the A Game. You know, and I definitely got to pay bills, so I definitely got to run this commercial. So when we come back, we're gonna come back with J.L. Williams, and we're gonna get busy.
Come on, this is the A Game. Straight fire. We straight fire when we come back. Let's go.
Straight fire. Yes, sir. It's Inferno. There you go.
This is A Game, an all-natural herbal dietary supplement formulated exclusively for men. Our proprietary blend was designed with one goal in mind: to improve your overall health, rejuvenating your vitality, energy, strength, and libido. Want to be at your peak performance in everything you do? Then bring your A game. Fast-acting, long-lasting, with no side effects.
Oh my God.
A little risque at the end, but hey, it's all good. Hey, like I said, this is the A Game. It's good for your vitality, energy, strength, and libido. Is also good for your immune system. So this has 19 natural herbs in it. So this is for the male only. Okay, this is a male herbal supplement that is awesome, man. It's a great product to take. And again, it's good for your immune system. That's important, especially in times like this. Yeah. You know, so give me a call, 302-723-2836. Again, 302-723-2836 for your free sample. I have 5 free samples left. Okay, the A Game. So definitely check it out. It's definitely worthwhile, and you'll see different results in everything. So definitely check it out. So we're going to get back to you, JL. But, before we get back to you, though, hold on. We got some viewers out there, and I definitely want to give a shout out to them. We got my Tyrone Ricks. He says the 10 of Life is tuned in. What's going on, Rick? This brother here, he's doing fine things over there at the 10 of Life, right on 7th and Hayes. That's in Chester, PA. And he's doing some great things over there, giving out food, clothes, all kinds of stuff. He's doing his thing. So, again, shout out to Tyrone Ricks. We also have Izzy Meditates, one of my partners in crime. She says, hello, everyone. What's going on, Izzy? How you doing? And Karen Brown says, good evening. And William Dickerson says, my other partner in crime, he says, Williams World in the house. Feel good talk. Fire. Yeah. Making a difference. What's up, Charles Blakey, my bro? What's going on, Will? Ain't nothing. You know, we doing what we do, baby. We over here handling things. And, you know, we got my man, JL, and he's a JL takeover. You know what I'm saying? So, basically, you know, you kind of answer some of the questions about, but I'm still going to answer the same question. Come on. Let the people know who J.L. Williams is.
Man, listen, man, J.L. Williams is a brother that have overcome some seemingly insurmountable odds. I think it's how you see it, how you look at the situation. You know, if you see it as something that you can't overcome, then that will be your reality. But you have to see it clearly so you can change it effectively. You hear what I said? You have to see it clearly so you can change it effectively. The problem is that we don't take the time, Brother Chuck, to see things clearly, because you got to understand there are things that are after our time, our territory. There are things that are trying to consume us on a daily basis, and so you have to seize the moment. Right. So you have to seize the moment so you can embrace the present reality. Right. You have to, and if you don't, time will get away from you. And so for me, I had to seize different moments in my life, man. You know, because stuff would have got away from me. And you know, and it wasn't until I began to really take myself serious, I began to take my gift serious. See, we have gifts, man, right? That are underutilized, because first before you sell something to somebody else, you got to be sold on it yourself. You got to truly believe that the gift that God gave you can manifest and can bring forth the things that you desire in your life.
Right.
You got to believe that. You got to be the first one sold on it. And let me tell you something, man. It's one of the things I like to say in the morning, and I'm gonna share this with you as well. I have new mercy, I have fresh grace, and a rising hope. My hope has to continue to be rising on a daily basis, right? The ability to learn is a gift, even when pain is your teacher.
Wow.
The ability to learn is a gift, even when pain is your teacher. And so when you can really, resonate with that and understand what that means and what it looks like I said before, if you can see it clearly, you can change it effectively and begin to push forth a course in your life that success is certain. You don't succeed by accident. You don't stumble upon success. Success is intentional.
Right.
It is intentional, right? And so we have to be intentional on a daily basis, and we have to have, all of the things in our life that are helping us to get into that direction. I have accountability partners. See, sometimes what happens is a lot of us don't like to be held to nothing. And so, we're held to our own thoughts, right?
Yep.
And when you do that, you really limit yourself from really being successful, because you have to surround yourself by proven success, people that have done it. A person cannot take you on a tour unless they've been there first.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you have to be intentional about the people that are around you. I got people around me, man, that hold me accountable. Woo! I got my boy Tommy on the line.
Right.
Tommy is one of my accountability partners. I got my boy Owen. Listen, Owen is my accountability partner. Okay. I got cats that will dig up in me, if I'm coming up short. They like, yo, what you doing, man? What's going on? Like, I'm talking about my marriage. I ain't just talking for my business. And so that's how you secure the success in your life, is that you have to have proven leadership, and you have to and you have to understand, the higher you go, the smaller your circle is.
That's true. Very true.
The higher you go, the smaller your circle is, right? And so, Jesus had James, Paul, and John. He had 3 disciples that were around him. He didn't have all the 12. He had 3 of them that was his counsel, right? And so you need that in your life. So we have to take pages from things that have proven success and begin to incorporate them in our lives.
Yeah. Hey, man, you hit that right on the money. I mean, in order to be successful, you have to be around like-minded people as yourself. And again, like I said, as you do climb that ladder, your circle does get smaller. You know what I mean? Because you always want to try to improve your stuff. You always want to try to, and I talk about this all the time, staying uncomfortable to be great.
Come on.
You have to stay uncomfortable. You can't be once you get comfortable, it's time to move on. Do something.
Hey, check this out. Right. And it's a thought that just came to me. When flowers grow,
right,
weeds don't have seeds. Weeds grow with the flowers.
Right.
So you have the wheat and the tare. They grow together. And so that suggests that you're going to have negativity around you regardless. And so what cuts down the likelihood of you not being successful or being consumed by those that want to see your demise is that you have to have proven leadership around you, right? And you have to have indicators. Let me give you an indicator real quick. Can I do that? Well, you don't understand here. I'm excited. Now watch this. I heard a man by the name of Prophet Todd Hall. He's a motivational speaker to me. And he said something to me. He said, you know what, JL, let me share this with you. I'm going to give you an indicator that success is on the rise. Here's the indicator. Your future is ready. You know your future is ready when your past wants you back.
Oh, okay.
Hey. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
You know your future is ready when your past wants you back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because every time you try to advance to different levels, there's always something which I call a familiar spirit that wants to rise up and try to tell you about who you was. Right. But we all are ex something, right? we all are at something.
Right.
And so when you properly negotiate that in your mind, then you can begin to move forward, right? And what I tell people, you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate, baby.
Oh, wow.
Woo,
That's
woo.
right,
I thought I threw that curveball on you right there. I hope you caught it.
Hey, you doing your thing. Hey, listen, I wanna go out here to the people, because there are some people out here responding to you, and they love you out there. Taymu says, "What's up, Chuck? What's up, Taymu, my brother from another? What's going on, my man?" William says, "What's up, Izzy?" And Karen, she's feeling you. She says, "Amen." So she definitely feeling what you're talking about. And Izzy Meditate says, "Yes, I have accountability partners and mentors.
Yes,
it is so empowering." And that is definitely awesome.
Well, Izzy is securing her success
Exactly.
because she's not leaving it in her hands alone.
Right.
Because anytime you're gonna get from point A to point B, you can't get to the second step holding on to the first one.
Right.
And so what you have to do is have accountability around you, so you can because you don't have all the answers, and you have to staff yourself in places in areas where you're weak. I'm not an accountant, but Terry Rayfield is my accountant, and she is and you have to have people around you, your lawyer. This is your dream. I'm talking about your dream team. This is your dream team. You got to have people around you that protect your best interests.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You got to have that. And so, Izzy, I give a shout out to my sister. Continue to do what you're doing, because I'm excited for your success, and I'm speaking it because it is so, and so it is. Come on here.
Awesome. Hey, Sheila, that's show yet not. Sheila Renee Moore says, absolutely. She's hearing everything you're saying out there. And Quincy Cops, he says, can all viewers respect? Yes, sir. Definitely share this, man. Share. This is great information. They definitely need to hear this. Hey, definitely. We trying to help everybody. And Carrie Argo says, that's good. And William Dixon says, I have accountability partners and mentors. Izzy Meditates and Charles Blakely. Hey, thanks, Will. Definitely appreciate that, brother. Thanks for that. And you doing well, brother. Keep up the great work. And he said, yes, sir. And Carrie comes back. Words have power to work in unforeseen circumstances.
Yes.
Awesome. Yes, indeed. So those are some of the comments we have out there. And we definitely appreciate if you got any more, please keep them coming, because JL got the answers for you, baby. So
we got that. Listen, man. Listen. Woo! And I want people to understand that, when you have problems in your life, listen, they haven't come to stay, they have come to pass.
Right.
Listen, don't dwell on them. Don't stay there, because they are character building moments. Right. And so you have to look at them for what they are and not more than what they are. You have to understand this is just a character building moment, because sometimes people implode so much that they don't have the strength to recover.
Right.
Woo!
Yeah, right.
You got to get the strength to recover, right? And so we have to understand that painful endings always lead to new beginnings. We coming out. Listen, we are in a pandemic, right? I didn't say a pandemic. I said we in a pandemic, because there are people, right, that are trying to serve their best interest by putting us in these kinds of situations.
Right.
Well, if somebody else has a plan, all I want to know is, where's yours?
Wow.
Listen, because if you listen, you got to have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Because if you fail to plan, what's that? You plan to fail.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I mean? So let's start planning, and let's get together. These kinds of shows where you have people come on that give you information that can change your situation. I always have a pen ready. I'm always writing. You know what I mean? Because I don't leave my thoughts to my mind. I don't just think it, I ink it.
I like that.
I don't just think it, I ink it, because I can't leave my memory to my dream. I leave my memory to my pen.
Oh, okay.
Woo!
Hey, man. Hey, listen.
Did you catch that? I don't leave my memory, to my dream. I leave my memory to my pen, and I begin to write things down. You got to write it down, baby. Woo! Habakkuk says, write the vision down. Make it plain so people that see it can run with it. Can't nobody run with your vision because you got it all trapped in your head. I dare you tonight begin to write it down. Write it down, baby. Woo! Don't think it, ink it. Put that stuff down and write it.
Hey, Karen Brown says, yes, and the strength has to come from within.
Come on.
And she says, yes, I ink it all the time also. I'm the sticky note queen, laugh out loud. Hey, you're right. I'm old school too, Karen. I do the same thing. I write it down. You know, people put it in their phone. I can't do that. I have to write it down for some reason. I don't know. I guess I'm old school. So, hey, JL, I'm getting ready to throw some questions at you now. You know what I mean? Are you ready? You ready?
And I want to say, Karen, keep doing what you're doing, sis. You are being an encouragement to so many people.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? I'm just the mailman. I'm delivering the mail. That's all. I'm delivering the mail today. Might be a little late, but it's gonna get there. Let's go.
You were a former radio personality on WNJC Radio Network in Deptford, New Jersey, and you hosted a citywide talk show called YIV. What does the acronym stand for?
YIV stands for Young Inspirational Voices. And so our young people have a voice.
Right.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. And when you unleash them young people and you really speak life into them, and they begin to identify with their purpose.
Right.
See what we do. We teach purpose late.
Mm-hmm.
We start talking about their purpose when they in college and when they in their 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I look. My kids had vision boards when they was like 10 and 11. They had vision boards.
Mm-hmm.
They was writing it down because I need you to gaze. I need you to gaze on it on a daily basis.
Right.
I need you to see it. I got my stuff on my refrigerator because I go there too much. You know what I mean? And I'm going there because I gotta see it on a daily basis.
Right.
I gotta see the vision, make it plain, so people that see it can run with it.
Mm-hmm.
And they can begin to see their part in your vision.
Mm-hmm.
Because people want to know, what's my part?
Mm-hmm.
What part do I play in this vision? And you have to begin to put that and make it plain so people are not guessing what you think.
Right.
They're reading what you think.
There you go. You
feeling what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yep.
So man, so we gotta do that. And we wonder why we don't really obtain the kind of success that we look at. So some people, they stay up late at night, they looking at infomercials, they online clicking, seeing all this stuff, you know, and that's what I said. Everything is fighting for territory.
Right.
Everything is fighting for your attention and wanting to get your attention. But let me tell you something. If you have to make your calling and election sure about who you are and what you came here to do. Wow.
There you go.
You gotta stake your claim, man. You gotta get it, because we only have so many hours in a day.
Right.
And so we have to maximize that time, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? It's vital. It is vital. And you know what, Chuck? Me and my partner made a acronym out of the word vital. Vital stands for vested interest toward affluent living.
Oh, okay.
So you have to be vital.
Right.
You know what I mean? And every move you make, vested interest toward affluent living. If I want to have an affluent lifestyle, if I want to live affluently, you know what I'm saying? I gotta have a vested interest toward that worthy ideal or that worthy goal. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. And then we want to be able to, you know, what legacy are you leaving? Right.
Yeah. That's
what
true.
legacy are you leaving? What, you know, because you'll always see further than you'll ever go. But so what are you giving to the generation that will see further than you?
Awesome.
Oh, somebody ought to type in amen right there.
Hey, amen. I say it. Hey, look, we got Karen. She says, we do teach purpose late because we don't realize we have purposes. So we wait to see what one thing someone can master or do. That is so true. That is so true, Karen.
That's right.
She says, you better preach. So she was on to say, hey, man, you better preach. So she was right there. And she said,
right there. I'm speaking life into people tonight.
Yes, sir.
I receive this thing.
Yes, sir. Because I came on here tired. I'm ready to go run another mile or two. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. I'm just, you know, I'm the saucer of my grandmother, my uncles, who you know, my uncle Brian, and my mother, and my aunt Mommy. All I am a saucer because all the stuff that they just spilled over, I caught it. I caught it, and then I used it, to help empower me because it worked for me, and I just figured if it worked for me, it'll work for others.
Right.
And so a lot of things, I remember my Aunt Mommy saying, "I'd rather see a testimony than hear one."
Right.
You know what I mean? Old school stuff. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Old school stuff. They used to share things like that with me, and it just sort of caught on, and it's just been a blessing for me and so many other people.
Right. Hey, we got another comment out there. Carrie says, "Amen. Our vision must have legs and feet to transport our dreams into reality. This is such good information that inspires."
Amen.
Thank you for that comment, Carrie.
Thank you, Carrie. Continue to do what you're doing, sweetie. I listen, man. Listen, you doing it. I'm excited for you. I really am.
Exactly. Hey, listen, I got another question for you. You play semi-pro basketball, okay?
Yeah, man.
And it provided you with numerous opportunities to speak internationally. What place did you speak?
Well, I was in the South America and San Andres. San Andres is a island in Colombia.
Okay.
And so, in that space, I was able to live my dream in the sense of playing ball. Caracas, Venezuela was a place as well. And those were places, man, that I was able to really found my true calling when I was in those kind of spaces. And I noticed there's a difference between poor and poverty. Right? There's a big difference between poor and poverty. Poor, my acronym for poor is people overlooking opportunity regularly.
Okay.
You overlooking opportunity on a daily basis. I think poverty is a condition that you have been brought up in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's something that you should, and the people that get out, man, they're powerful individuals that get out of that situation because you have to really, change your whole thought process. I mean, and that takes some serious fortitude and energy to make that happen. And one of the things I want to share here is that, I'm like, me and my kids, we argue about this all the time, and my wife, of how tall I am, right? And I always like to think I'm a little taller than what I am, right? so we went to the we went to to get my physical and all that, and the nurse has me up there, and she's and take my shoes off. You can't get all that. You can't have your shoes on, and
right.
And I can see how tall. So I'm 5'11", right? But I always say I'm 6'1", right? Because that's how they listed me when I was playing ball. I was 6'1", right?
Okay.
So I just stayed with you know how they
right.
So they embellish the height. It's a form of intimidation, right? So,
right.
I kept with the fact I was 6'1", and my daughter said, "Dad, how you play? You 6'1", how you play? You 6'1", and guys are 7 foot, 6'10", and all that kind of stuff."
Right.
I said I had a move that I had to perfect, and it was called the crossover. And the crossover was made to make space between me and my enemy. And so I was what they call a space invader.
Okay.
So I invaded space so I could operate in my superpower. We all have superpowers that we got to operate in, but we got to create space, and we have to create a superpower that allows us and gives us the space to operate in. And so the crossover was just a matter of a matter of making space so I could get my shot off.
Right.
Because I knew 25 feet and in, I'm good. You know, that was I was a marksman. I'm gonna break you down.
Right.
I'm gonna give you this crossover because I got to get to my superpower.
Right.
And guess what? And one of the things I used to always say, it's not a crisis, it's just a crossover. That's all. That's all. It's not a crisis. It's not a crisis what's in front of me. It's a perspective. It's a crossover.
Right.
I gotta create. That means I might have to get new skills.
Right.
That means I might have to get a mentor or a coach. I gotta get something to cause me to perfect this move so I can begin to operate my superpower. We all have superpowers. I tell children that all the time. You got a superpower, but you have to create the opportunity by creating new skill sets.
Right.
In order for you to operate in that what God has called you to operate in. So man, that's those are one of the I guess that was something that I always hung on to.
Right.
Because it was just something that was I guess I could call my own, that was mine.
Right.
And I sort of just sort of hung on to that. Yeah, man.
Awesome, man. Awesome story. Hey, look, we got another comment out there. Tyrone Rick says, I mastered the crossover. Laugh out loud.
My man, that's right. We crossover kings, baby. That's right. We crossover kings. We'll cross you up because we got to get to the promised land.
There you go.
Get to the promised land, so I got to cross you up. That's what's up.
Exactly. Hey, look, I'm gonna revisit I'm gonna revisit. Well, not your childhood. But I'm gonna revisit a little bit and go back a little bit. Not even back a little bit, but back just a little bit. You didn't meet your father until the age of 37. So how was that encounter, and how was that all together as far as how the feeling and everything?
Man, let me tell you something. I had a mentor by the name of Jamie Lane. Mr. Jamie Lane was my mentor, and he was a master at martial arts. He was that guy. Like, he was that guru of martial arts.
Right.
And he knew me very well, and he knew that I had this yearning to find my identity. I had a yearning, and I would often talk about it. And I remember the phone call when it came. He said, JL, listen. He said, are you standing up or are you sitting down? I said, I'm standing up. He said, sit down, I want to talk to you. He said, man, the Lord woke me up last night and said, find John's father and move now. This man, in 2 weeks, my father lived about an hour or so away from me, and he lived in New Jersey over the bridge. He lived somewhere in New Jersey, and he made that happen, man. And it was something that when he showed up he went to my father's job. My father was off that day. You talk about manifest destiny. Mr. Lane went on his job. My father just so happened to be picking up his check that day, and walking out to his car, he sees Mr. Lane. Mr. Lane, he had no picture of him. He didn't know what he looked like, but he had a spirit of discernment. When he looked at that man, he said, is your name John Thomas? And he looked at him. He said, like,
right.
What? Like, you looking for me or something? What's going on? So, but he said, man, listen, you have a son, who is a really good brother that really wants to meet you. And immediately the tears started to fall, and he hugged Mr. Lane. And that was the process to start beginning. My father went to a church in New Jersey, and it just so happened on Father's Day, I was able to actually meet him in the church. Mr. Lane actually talked to the pastor, and they made a whole, the sermon, the whole situation was around, that's that scenario with me and my father. And I'm gonna tell you, man, so many men came up crying, because we got brothers missing in action, man, that are not really taking care of their responsibilities. but brothers was like up there confessing and wanting to fill that void and that hole of like, man, I want to meet my son, I want to meet my daughter and all that, so it felt like it was something that I always wanted to happen before either I died or he died. You know what I mean? I asked the Lord, listen, I want to meet him, and even to this day, man, we really have, what do I do?
No,
even until this day, man, me and him have a really good relationship, but and that's who I speak to today. I speak to young brothers, man, that are, missing their fathers and and just wanting to be identified.
Right.
They want that in their life, and and they deserve that. They deserve that. So I try my best to be a surrogate father, inspiration to them, and still helping them cross the finish line.
Right.
And say, listen, man, we can, while we're working on this, we got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do it. So it's a blessing, man. It's all good.
That was an awesome story there too, man. That's all.
Yeah. And shout out to all the brothers, man, that stepped up. Whether you with the sister or not, man, you still taking care of your responsibility.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Child didn't have to be here, so definitely take care of that child, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the bread bus breaking point. I gotta talk to me about that.
Yo, hey, Chuck. Let me tell you, man, I'm make some of your listeners laugh. This is crazy, right? So, I had an IEP and I was diagnosed, with having special needs. I had this thing called dyslexia, man, and I had it in a real pretty severe way.
Wow.
And it I was frustrated. I would get upset and mad, and I would have these little fits and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And so, I remember, when I was going to the, in middle school, all of my friends and I, we would normally, before that, we all get on the same bus and, and it was great. And so this time I got assigned to another school, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was one of them schools, right? It was one of them schools, right? And so, for about 2 weeks, me and my mom are in the house, and we looking for the transportation to take me to school. I'm like, and my mom is for 2 weeks, she's taking me to school. She's late for work, all this kind of stuff. So this is going on, and my mom said, "This is crazy. Where is this bus at?" So meanwhile, every day, this little bread bus is riding our development. I can laugh about it now, right? This little one of them little short buses is riding our development,
right?
And certainly I'm not thinking that I'm getting on that. I'm like, that ain't my bus, right? Right? And so, finally my mom just said, "Listen, I'm tired of this. Let me call these people, and we gotta get on the phone, and I want them to tell me when this bus is pulling up." Hey Chuck, look, my mom called them, and they said, Are you outside? I said, "Well, I'm right. My son, he's right here. We're looking outside. We don't see nothing." And that same little bread bus pulled up, and now it made a stop right at my address. and she said, "Do you see a bus? Do you see a bus outside?" And me and my mom looked up and looked outside. I said, "That's not my bus. That ain't my bus." I said, "That's not my bus. I ain't getting on that bus." I said, "Mom, I know you ain't gonna make me get on this bus, right?" And baby, I've been late for work for the last 2 weeks, and I'm about to get fired. Guess what? You go listen. It ain't gotta be your bus, but that's your transportation.
Wow.
Oh, yo, check this out. So I go up to the bus, and I remember the bus driver's name. Her name was Miss Bolden. And when she opened the door, I looked at her and I said, that's not my bus. and just in her way, because she seen my struggle, right? She seen my struggle. So in her way, she said, it may not be your bus, but I'm gonna take you to school anyway.
Oh, that was nice.
Woo!
Yeah.
Look. She went past. She went past me, man, and I got on the bus, and when I got on the bus, Chuck, I'm looking at cats on the bus with helmets on their head and slobbering and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I see jokers with Herman the Monster boots on, and I'm walking through this and going all the way in the back, and I said, oh my God. And I'm just like, are you serious? Right?
Wow.
So I'm in the process of writing a book right now called That's Not My Bus.
That's perfect, man.
Check this out, because people are getting on stuff, right, that is not theirs.
Right.
Even though I had to get on it, I didn't let that seep in my mind to say this is what I'm living down to.
Right.
And I refuse to live down to what it is that was being presented to me. I said, no, that's not my bus. And I said it every morning for the next 3 years. I said, this is not my bus. So I don't know. Somebody may be accepting something right now that's beneath their standards, and I'm telling you to change your language. Right. That might be the job that you got to go to now, but it's only a temporary assignment because God has something specific that He has set aside for you. So you got to be able to get your words right. You got to speak that thing, right? You got to get your words right concerning things that are trying to take territory. I believe that was an assignment that was trying to discourage me from being the man I am today.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Most definitely.
But now I saved the seed of hope. I saved the seed of greatness. That's why my company name Saved the Seed. I saved the seed of hope, Chuck. Chuck, I'm saving the seed of hope that are in the hearts of young people.
Right.
Oh!
There you go.
Well, I can't believe I get paid to do this, man. I never worked a day in my life. Praise God.
Hey, listen, we got some people out there. They got some comments for you. And this was the story prior to the one you just told. She says, thank you for sharing such a personal part of your story. That was Fatima. Thanks for joining, Fatima. Definitely appreciate you.
Fatima, appreciate you, sweetie.
Karen got jokes. She says, laugh out loud.
Yeah, look at you. You trying to make my little oh my God. I love it.
And Fatima says a hashtag that's not my bus, preach acceptance versus creation.
That's right. Come on, girl. I love it. Go ahead, Fatima.
Yes, indeed. That was good. That was a good story, man.
There's so much more.
Well, let me ask you a question too. Now since they, I guess they diagnosed you with dyslexic. Did you finally get that fixed? How did that story come up?
I'm glad you said that. That's great, right? So I finally get out of the school. It was an alternative school I had to go to, right?
Oh, okay.
That helped sort of helped process me. But I still had a lot of residue. They tried their best, they tried their best. But the rest, God was going to take care of. And it was something that was so beautiful. Woo! This is so beautiful. When I went to play basketball, hey Chuck, I couldn't remember the plays.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't remember the plays. It was just it was almost like scrambled eggs, man. I couldn't remember it. I was like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? I said, this is crazy.
Right.
So I had a coach that understood who I was, and he understood it, and so much so that I believe he studied me. Because he developed what I actually teach now, and it was called a read and react system. Woo! Man, let me tell you something. The read and react system helped unleash my superpower.
Wow.
Because Like I had like it helped me see it clearly so I could change it effectively. And it was based on movement.
Okay.
Right? There's certain people that made moves to let me know this is what I'm gonna do next. And there are so many people that are making power moves in my life now. And I know what to do next. Yeah, I know what to do next. And that's why I've been able to establish businesses. And that's why I've been able to do so many things in my life now because of the read and react system.
Wow.
I read stuff before I react. Whoa! Listen, that was a bonus track for somebody right there. You want to write that down. You listen. I'm telling you, you gotta read stuff before you react. You can't become reactionary and then read. You put the cart before the horse, and now you can't get the victory.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So you got, you know what I mean? So the read and react system, man, is something that I teach kids, and I teach life skills and helping them to, you know, to make proper decisions in various situations. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it helps them. Because we, you know, the streets don't play. It's real out here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's real out here, and you got to understand how your next move is vital.
Right, exactly.
It's vital to your very existence.
Yes, sir. That one move can change your whole life. You know what I mean?
Change your whole life.
Exactly.
And then it has a ripple effect. It changes other lives.
Right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So come on, man. I'm like, listen, boy, that man. I'm telling you, hey, Chuck, that read and react system, man. When I get finished writing my book, listen. I think I'm gonna be in a movie, man. I'm speaking that thing.
I can't wait. I need to.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I'm putting it out in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? You have not because you asked not. I want to be in movies. I want to be in books, right? I want to speak before an audience of millions because I believe that's a part of who I am, and I've been called to do that.
Right. Yeah. I believe it. You know what I mean? Like I said, you got me going right now, brother. I'm telling you. You know, so hey, listen. You speak it, you shall achieve it, brother. Trust me. Who's Eleanor Brayton? If I said it right, Bratton.
Her name is Eleanor Bratton, and she's my Aunt Mommy.
Oh, Aunt Mommy. Okay, yeah.
We all got names for folk in our She was my godmother, and I called her my Aunt Mommy because she was my aunt, but she was also like a mother to me, right? And she was a woman that taught me value. Where there is no value, there will be no investment.
Wow, that's true.
You have to value in order to understand that this is something worth investing in. And so she valued who I was, and so she invested and put so much in me, you know, to make me the person I am today, man. You know, so she gave me comfort when I felt weak. When I was discouraged, she was my motivator. You know what I mean, she was the woman that, you know, helped put my head up. And my mother, man, is my mom is she is the bomb.com. My mom is she the truth. She the GOAT. The greatest of all time. That's my baby right there. Cause she produced a man that did it in spite of the odds. Woo!
Yeah.
So I thank God for my mother.
Yes, sir.
Like Les Brown, everything I do or everything I hope to be, I owe to my mother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's my baby girl. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And let me tell you something, Chuck. I got a beautiful wife, man. My wife is off the chain. Boy, she prayed for me before I got on this show, man.
Okay.
You know, her name is Dr. Whitney Williams. She's a beast, man. I mean, in every sense of the word, she just is. She just completes who I am, man.
Right.
You know, and I thank God for somebody like that because they probably can't handle a motivator like me. She's an educator and I'm the motivator.
There you go. Hey, that goes hand in hand, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about Save the Seed Incorporated. And you know, what is the organization all about?
Well, Save the Seed Incorporated is a youth development and motivation program. Wow. And you know what we believe, Chuck?
What's that?
You got to motivate to educate.
That's true. That's
See,
true.
these kids today gotta be inspired.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They bombarded with so many different things. They gotta have a buy-in. They gotta say, "What's in this for me?"
Right.
And you gotta be able to speak to the soul of that young person. They get them they get them to believe that this is valuable.
Right. Right.
To get them to believe that they are valuable, their future is valuable and it's worth investing in. And so man, listen, I empower kids. I motivate them, and and not only them, but also help their parents, man. Help them with different things, with food and and resources to help them. You know, you know, uh, we have places in the school where they can come and learn a new trade and learn new skills and all that kind of stuff. And so, that's how we save the seed, man. We save the whole family. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I see you doing great work out there too. I see, families, homeless families coming, and you're providing for them. And the statistics is crazy because it's like 500 to 600 families that are displaced, and that's like, that's just right in the Christiana area. You know what I mean? And then like maybe 100, they find like hotels and for at least 100 of them. But that could be very traumatizing, especially for a kid. It's bad enough just learning in school, but then you gotta get displaced from your home, put in a whole totally different atmosphere, and still try to concentrate in school. So I commend y'all on the efforts that you're doing. I know it takes a lot of work to do that, man. So definitely I commend y'all on doing that type of work. Definitely.
Well, you know what? Sure enough, teamwork makes the dream work because the team that is around making this thing happen is unbelievable. Let me tell you something. My Aunt Joyce used to tell me, somebody is always watching you.
Yep.
I mean, I didn't, she said it, and I guess when she said it, I was a young guy. I said, is somebody always watching, right? And let me tell you something. When this opportunity came up on me, man, I was working with young people and and doing what it is I do, and I had the assistant superintendent of the Christina School District watching me.
Wow.
Was watching me. She was watching your boy.
Wow.
And she said, wow, when this opportunity came up, she told me, she said, there was no other person that came in my mind that could do this assignment.
Right.
And I wasn't going to post the assignment. She said, because I had to have you take this assignment on because I know your dedication to families and children.
Wow.
And so when this opportunity came, she told me, she said, listen, coach, I need you just, follow me and I just come with me. I need you right now. And so I had an opportunity to just sit with her, with all the heads of state, because they had put all these kids in a hotel called the Red Roof Inn off 896, right?
Well, yeah, I know where that is. Yep.
They put all those families in there. And she said, well, we got a lot of families in here, and they have children that still have to learn.
Wow.
And she said, so what I need you to do is to create a learning pod in the basement of this hotel.
Wow.
When I said, what? I said, see, I'm so appreciative,
right,
of the opportunity in the midst of a pandemic. This opportunity would arise, and I was chosen to take on the task of the opportunity. And so, Dr. Deidre Akins, I give you a shout out. Thank you for believing in me. Woo! Thank you for believing in your boy. And so, what we were able to do, man, is to create an atmosphere for children where they learn, they are safe, and we have wraparound services for their families. We constantly have food. We constantly have shelter, clothing. We have kids from the University of Delaware that are coming and mentoring and helping these kids, making sure that they meet the mark. Whoa, we got tutors. We got Miss Wright from what's the school? Gauger from Gauger Middle School. We got Miss S. I call her my secret weapon. She is a tutor, and she is awesome. And I got the Duprees, and I got my boy Paige from Past Education. It's a team of people that come together to make this happen. And so when people saw me in the paper and all that, I said, listen, I'm just a mailman. I'm just delivering this mail, but I got so many people that are around me that are making this thing happen. And the thing is, man, and then here's the crescendo right here, Chuck. I had United Way of Delaware was watching what I was doing.
Wow.
Somebody gleaning and checking and watching. And I got approached by Miss Michelle Taylor of United Way, and now we're in partnership and making this thing happen, making the brand bigger and expanding the vision.
Wow.
Woo! Look at all. Do you see those different events that took place?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, wow. When you're on your assignment, when you are in alignment with your assignment, there are opportunities that you don't know of right now. You can't see it right now, but you just got to begin to walk in it right now. Because you gotta, that's where faith is stepping out on nothing, but believing something is there. Step out. Come on. I'm talking to everybody. Step out. You got to step out.
Yeah.
We are in a season right now where opportunities are plentiful. You can buy a home and flip a house next to nothing now. You can buy buildings right now. Like right now, the table is spread and the feast of the Lord is going on. And what we have to do is take advantage of the opportunities that are being presented before us. Don't be scared, right? Don't be scared. Listen, be intentional. Be safe. Be smart. You know what I mean? Be wise as a serpent and gentle as a dove. But seize opportunities and seize moments that they don't pass you by, because God has never promised to repeat himself ever again. So that's why you got to sit. When you go to sleep with a pen and pad next to your bed, because you just might get a idea that will change the landscape of how we live.
Right.
You might be a Zuckerberg. You know what I mean? You don't know what he's going to download, but you got to be prepared. I remember there was a young lady by the name of Miss Carmen Ferguson, and she gave me the 5 P's. She said, JL, she said, proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Yes. Yep.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance, and you got to be prepared for the moment that is about ready to be revealed. Right, but lack of preparation can forfeit a blessing.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Right. That you and your family can eat off the rest of your life.
Wow.
But you got to be prepared for the moment.
That's so
you
true.
got to believe immediately is coming, but you got to be expecting something. Immediately. These things are coming up now, like immediately, and now. Here I am on a talk show. I'm on the Feel Good talk show because I'm feeling good. And then I get to really share some nuggets and helping people to change the dynamic of how because let me tell you something. There are some people that graduate to their class, but Chuck, there are a lot of people that settle in their class. They have settled for the job. Right? They have settled for the relationship. Might be abusive, might not be the best, but they settled for it and they lowered their standards. Come on, get up, people. We on Feel Good Talk Radio. Come on. Listen, you got to speak this thing.
Right.
And let me say, man, I'm a witness that you will have what you say.
Right. And very true. Hey, listen, we got some people out here. They loving the conversation, so let me get to them. I don't like to ignore them. Fatima Halima says, woohoo. That was from the last conversation. Yeah. And she also says, very true. You have to reach them deep inside. And if and if and when they do, they will go all in. Okay.
Yeah.
Karen says our wonderful mission. She's talking about the mission that we talked about earlier.
Okay.
And it truly takes a village to make positive things happen, especially for our children. Thank you for all you do. We got a Melanie Bazemore. She says, absolutely, the blessing is being the blessings.
Yes. Amen.
Indeed.
Go ahead.
Jamila J. Choice. What's up, lady? She says, miracles are in the mix. Stay aligned.
I like that, sis.
And Fatima also says the 5 P's, which we just...
That's right, Fatima. You can have that one. I'm giving that. That's my gift to Fatima tonight, Chuck.
There you go.
You can have them 5 P's, baby.
And Jamila also says, yes, now is the time.
Yes.
Oh, my eyes. The wealth is being regenerated. Exactly.
Yes, it is.
And he also says, excuse me, y'all. Come on, bring it. So she's loving the conversation, JL. And she says, Jamila just says, it feels good. Yes, it does, Jamila. Thanks for tuning in.
It feels good because we all feel good talk radio.
Yes, indeed.
It feels good.
We try to make people feel good, man. We make people feel good. We make them take something away. And you definitely gave a whole bunch of jewels. And we definitely appreciate you for that. But I got another question for you.
Come on with it.
What advice would you give to someone or anyone, let's say anyone, that's at a dead-end situation and just can't see their way out?
Einstein said the imagination is a preview of things to come in your life. It's the preview of a coming attraction. We don't talk about that a lot in our community about imagination. You got to see it before you see it. And the only way you do that is you have to expose yourself to the thing that you desire, right? I heard it said you have to begin with the end in mind. Already see yourself there and work backwards, right? See yourself there and work backwards. When you do that, it almost like a story is unfolding before you, and you are the star of the show. But you got to put the work in. Right. It doesn't come absent of work. You know what I'm saying? Woo!
Yeah.
It doesn't come absent of work. And so we have to stimulate our imagination. And you have to become non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. I mean, you got to have a non-negotiable appetite when it comes to the things that you desire to happen in your life. You know what I mean? And you have to understand, I'm on this. And see, when I was working, I said, when I was working a part-time job, I said, this is just a temporary assignment. I said, God is going to open up opportunity and it's going to happen. And I remember, let me tell you, I got to take you on this trip right here, Chuck. I remember I was sitting home and my wife, she said, babe, she had an in-service day. And she asked me, she said, listen, because she knew the encouragement from me was having an opportunity to encourage others. Right. So she said, I'm having an in-service day today. She's the principal of Stubbs Dual Generation Stubbs Early Learning Center. And so she said, I just want you to come and just, and get these people excited about the vision, that we have for them, at this school. And she sort of gave me the specs of things that, she wanted me to talk about. And their mascot is the bumblebee. You ready for this one, Chuck?
Go ahead.
Do you know that the bumblebee is not supposed to be able to fly because its weight.
Wings, yep, too small. Yep.
Its weight really is too heavy for the wings that they're working with. But true. They fly in spite of the limitations. They fly in spite of you know what they got to work with. And so when I finished that piece, man, the people they thought we was in church. We was supposed to be in a school. We was in a school and jokers were in their suits running around the building. I said, oh Lord. I said, babe, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean for them to do that. She said, babe, these people are excited. They're excited for this vision. They ready, man. That jumped off that school year for her, and I mean, it was just amazing. And every time I go to the school now, they like, there he is. Right? I love it, man. And so we have to take advantage of these opportunities, man, because you know we just never know. We gotta take advantage of it. And so, that's what I would say to someone, and as we are sort of, closing on this, I want to share something that really motivated me. Les Brown is one of my mentors, right?
Okay.
And Les Brown says something, at the end of his presentations, that when I was going through a sticky situation, I needed something to inspire me. And what he said inspired me. Right. And I want you to listen. He said, if you want anything bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it. And if all that you dream and scheme is about it, then life seems useless and worthless without it. But if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all your terror, your fear of the opposition for it, and then if you simply go after this thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern for tenacity, if neither cold, poverty, famish, or gall, sickness or pain, or body or brain can keep you away from this thing that you want, if dogged and grim you besiege and beset it, Brother Chuck, with God's help, you gonna get it, baby.
Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate that, brother. Hey, look. I don't even know what to ask you. I mean, you kill. I mean, it's like crazy. I mean, hey, man. Hey, man, awesome word, man. Definitely.
We just come to empower, impact, and transform people's lives. Listen, I tell people, work like it depends on you, but pray like it depends on God.
There you go.
Work like it depends on you, but pray like it depends on God, because it does. But if you put in the work, you know God's gonna come through.
Yes, sir. Hey, listen, I want to give a shout out to some of the people listening. They still got some comments coming in, so let me address those. Fatima says, you made me laugh. She was talking about previous to that. And she says, visualization begins with the end in mind. Yes, yes, and yes.
Amen.
Jamila J. Choice says, visualizing. And Fatima also says, non-negotiable. That is happening. I hear that, Fatima. And she also comes back with, you speak my heart language, to give to the children, to influence, for good, to encourage, to give of yourself, to make our future generations more aware, more knowledgeable. It's a beautiful thing. Definitely, Fatima. And Karen says, yes, I always say I'm Les Brown's little sister, and I know I will speak and present with him one day.
Yes, you will.
I liked you. She said, I knew I liked you. So again, thanks, Karen. She's always on here. She's
go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
Support and Feel Good Talk. We definitely appreciate that. Hey, and I got one more question. I mean, how can people reach you?
Well, I don't have a website right now. That's being developed at this particular time. They can go to joinjlnow at gmail.com, and now is spelled with 2 W's. Join, JOINJL, now, NOWW, at gmail.com, or they can go to Let's Grow at Win, LGAWN LLC at gmail.com.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll put that in the feed after everything. But hey, what's next for you, LJ? What's going on? What's next for you?
Man, I'm just looking to, in this particular season, man, to maximize what I have, make sure what I have is stable, make sure things are, progressing on the level that I have it on, and I'm looking to now grow. And I'm looking to get in, I want to, maybe get into some other endeavors, invest in real estate. Those are some things that me and my wife had talked about that we wanted to do. And I want to create a platform to really, speak life into people, man. I want to create a coaching. I have people, at my job calls me the coachologist. They said, man, you inspire us, but you also give us some real strong nuggets to really have us hold on to. And I think, and so these are people that sort of sharing. And so I think that's a sort of next level. There's some stuff I want to do with my wife, you know, the educator and the motivator. Those are things that, you know, we have in mind. So, you know, I'm gonna see which one, which way which one God breathe on first, and we gonna roll with it.
Hey, whatever it is, I know y'all gonna do awesome with it. You know what I mean? Like I said, this was an awesome show, man. Definitely. Thanks for all the nuggets you dropped. Hey, but before we get out of here, I definitely gotta tell you where you can find Feel Good Talk at. And come on, it's taking forever to come up. Wait a minute, hold on. Here we go. Boom. All right. You'll find us on LinkedIn at Feel Good Talk, on Facebook at Feel Good Talk, on YouTube at FGT Mind, Body, Soul, and Business, and on Instagram at Feel.Good.Talk. So definitely check us out. And again, we talked about the streaming to Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Apple TV. That's this month. Everything's transitioning over this month. So I'll give you, we'll know something by the end of the week, what's going on. But we do got some shows over there right now as we speak. And it's a whole process that we have to deal with. But again, that's by way of Choice TV out of LA. So definitely, if you have anything you'd like to promote, or anything, any entrepreneurs, any book, whatever you have, you know, this is definitely the platform to come on and do it. And we definitely will promote. You know what I mean? So definitely check us out. We have access to 80 million viewers plus worldwide. So you definitely want to jump and let us know what's going on what's going on in your life, so we can get this out there to people. All right. And like we always say, in order to be great, you have to stay uncomfortable. 80 million viewers, that's very uncomfortable. So, you know, definitely check that out.
Amen. That's right, hey, bro.
But again, hey, JL, it was a pleasure, man. You got any last words before we get out of here?
Listen, man. The last thing I would like to say is just, you know, work like it depends on you, but pray like it depends on God, because it does. So whatever it is you're doing, man, put the work in, because God gonna do what He gonna do.
Right.
You know, you just put that work in.
Awesome. Hey, man, again, man, thank you for coming on. We definitely appreciate it. They loved you out there. I love the conversation. Like I said, you had me going over here, you know. So, again, you know, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on. Again, this is Feel Good Talk, Mind, Body, Soul, and Business. I'm your host, Charles Brakely, along with J.L. Williams. Please look that man up. That man he's something else, man. So check him out. Definitely the motivator that you say you are. We definitely appreciate you. Again, this is Feel Good Talk, Mind, Body, Soul, and Business. We'll see you next time.